Hey guys, I am Foxtrot Delta, and welcome back to some more Star Trek Legacy using both the Ultimate Universe mod 2.2 and the 11 mod. And after seeing my video with the 32 Constitution class ships versus 32 Constitution class ships, a few of you wanted to see a similar type of battle again, but one of the suggestions really stood out, and that's because I don't use this ship very often. You wanted to see a fleet of Ambassador class starships go up against the Valiant Refit Constitutions, and normally I do not use the Ambassador class because I thought that it caused lag, but now I am discovering that I was horribly mistaken, and this type of battle is possible. And that is awesome, because the Ambassador class starship is, I say this about a lot of ships actually, but it is one of my favorite Star Trek ships. It's really grown on me. At first I didn't like it that much, but it's the same type of ship as the Enterprise C. I recently built one of these in the game Space Engineers. If you want to check that out, I have a video on that a few videos back. It would be more videos back usually, but because I'm uploading pretty scarcely recently, it's relatively close to my most recent videos. But I built one of those. It looks really cool. I think I did a pretty good job. And the Enterprise C, I think, really fills in that gap between the Enterprise B and D, just the way that with the styling, the nacelles are very similar to the Enterprise D, the Galaxy class, but they're not quite there yet. Same with the secondary hull. It has similar characteristics to the Galaxy class, but it's more circular like the Constitution class. The primary hull, the saucer, is circular instead of being a large oval like the Galaxy class, and I just like this design. It's really neat. So we have 4 of them in our command section. I haven't refit them because I don't think we'll need to. That could be a terrible, terrible mistake on my part. And we have 32 ships in total on my side and 32 on the side of the Constitution class ships. Let's skip that intro. There it is in all of its glory. I like the Bassard collectors on this. It looks really neat. And I don't know why I never thought to try testing it out more. Look at that. Is that not one of the coolest things in Star Trek Legacy? If you say it's not, then, well, you're wrong. But enough staring at it. Let's actually use it in combat. So the HUD's back on. The neck actually reminds me a little bit of the Excelsior class if you look at just the patterns on it and its width. So it's definitely thicker than the Constitution class, but not quite at the Galaxy class level. It also has those ventral rectangular windows like you see on the Constitution class. Refit especially, they're very noticeable. I don't remember if they're on the original series version. This is the Ambassador. The name is also on the aft section, the stern, right underneath the shuttle bay. And the shuttle bay placement is similar to the Constitution class. We also have the Zukov, the Exeter, which is the ship that I tried to recreate in Space Engineers.
New enemy vessels detected.
And we also have the Ambassador.
Enterprise.
2 Ambassadors. All right. Oh, we are converging on the target.
Their shields are gone.
Look at all those torpedoes. I think some of them actually hit me and disappeared. Looks like we're doing a head-on clash. Not the most tactically sound maneuver, but man does it look cool.
Their forward shield is destroyed.
Alright, let's warp. Let's warp.
Enterprise.
Want to get out of that region full of exploding things. And let's switch to group number 3.
Standing by.
And look at that. We're going to get some frame drops, because that's just the way Star Trek Legacy is, but no stuttering, no freezing. This is completely playable, and I'm disappointed in myself for not finding out sooner that I could use the Ambassador class. A lot. Because I've used it before, but I have never had an armada of Ambassador-class ships to my knowledge, so now I can incorporate this into my fleet battles without worrying that I will make the game unplayable or the video unwatchable. Let's warp. Keep on moving. There are things exploding there. We don't want to be there. I know we have good shields. This is mid-24th century technology versus early 24th century technology. But I still don't trust my fleets in gigantic areas full of explosive materials. Let's turn off the HUD again because it just looks cool. Now, do I have any aft torpedoes? I do. Okay, on the regular stock version of Legacy without any mods, the Ambassador class does not have an aft torpedo launcher, something which I think is just completely wrong.
We've destroyed the target.
But it could be completely correct. Maybe they don't need one. Maybe the torpedoes from the front would supposedly lock onto the back, even though that is not how it works in the game, usually. As I fly through an explosion.
New enemy vessels detected.
We are cutting through these ships like butter. Let's turn back on the HUD, because I know someone's going to scream at me about that. How many are left? Honestly, I'm seeing more green than red by a lot. Now, we are taking damage to some of our ships, so I am going to warp us around, get us spread out, away from the conflict zones, at least a little bit. Or they can all get trapped in the middle of it, that works too. I think we just lost an Ambassador class. That's gonna make one heck of a boom. May have even lost a couple. But, I think we are still...
We're taking a beating.
I think we still have the advantage in this battle. We haven't lost nearly enough ships to cause concern. For me, anyway. Nearest target is the Fuller.
New targets entering sector.
Everyone else is shooting it as well. All those torpedoes are locked on. It's nice, solid hits there. I'm really enjoying this. I really like the Ambassador class. I didn't think about it that much, but it looks so cool.
Threat neutralized.
Like, this is the type of capital ship you'd see in, at like Wolf 359. You'd see Ambassador class starships. Oh no.
Aye, Captain. Warp speed ahead.
Problems are erupting, quite literally, behind us. Are we gonna lose that entire fleet? Okay, no, we're not, but they're all in really poor shape. We've taken damage to the hull. We have breaches. How many ships are left? Just a handful. Just a handful. If we can take them out, we win. I mean, obviously, that's how the game works.
We've destroyed the target.
But yeah, if you were to give me control of just one next generation era ship, and it had to be a decent one, I think I would pick the Ambassador. Either that or the New Orleans. Oh no. What is happening over there? Okay, looks like just a bunch of nacelles are snapping off, but nothing serious. Nothing to panic about.
We have company.
Lots of damage on the underside of the primary hull. Come on. Can I warp?
Engaging warp drive.
Thank you. Okay, they have no shields. That gives us the advantage of, well, having shields against their hull. Those torpedoes should not do much damage to me. As you can probably tell,
Enemy units detected.
the designs of starships have improved greatly in between the time it took to get from the Constitution class to Ambassador. Because we are mopping the floor with these guys. Remember, the original series Constitution-class ships lost to the Valiants.
Target shields down.
A lot of that was due to some chain reactions happening, but also there have been just as many enemy ships exploding in this game as there were in the last one, and the ambassadors are really holding up, even with all these shockwaves. There we go. Target neutralized. One left, I think. The Fuller.
Lock phasers.
Lock phasers. Torpedoes are out. Oh, there's just a swarm of photons. Oh, there's another one. The Valiant. Ah, and she carries the name of her class. Or of her variant, I guess. Okay, let's...
Enterprise. Heading set.
Oh no, did we lose? We lost an ambassador class there. Oh well. Still, plenty of ships left. We could take on the Borg after this with that fleet. Anyway, that battle took just under 9 minutes. We lost none of our command vessels. I was responsible for the destruction, personally, of 13 enemy Constitution-class ships. I think that includes all of the ships that my command vessels destroyed, not necessarily when I was clicking the buttons, but even when the AI had control over them, and the rest of our allied fleet did the rest. So, if you guys enjoyed this battle between the Constitution-class ships and the much later type of starship, more futuristic, up-to-date one, the Ambassador class, which is still pretty old by whatever the modern date is in Star Trek standards. I think, in Star Trek Online, they're into the 25th century, and the Ambassador class is, mid-24th, but anyway, it's a lot more advanced than the Constitution, so if you enjoyed the battle, please be sure to leave the video a like, and if you are not subscribed and you want to see more, well then please subscribe, because there's always more Star Trek Legacy on this channel. If for whatever reason you guys did not enjoy the video, however, I do apologize for that, and I ask that you leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what it is that I can do to improve the next videos that I produce, so that hopefully you guys will find some entertainment when you watch them. And if you want to see any specific type of ship or battle scenario like this one, well then feel free to leave a comment in the comment section regarding that, and I will do everything I can. I will do my best to use your recommendations in my future videos. I cannot guarantee that I will get through all of them. As a matter of fact, I guarantee that I probably can't. But I will do what I can to make as many of your suggestions into videos as possible. So, with that being said, I hope that you all are having a thoroughly amazing day. And as always, I am Foxtrot Delta, and I will see you next time.